So my name is Audrey, and today we're going to talk about video marketing strategy. Ooh, everybody's talking about this word, and I'm going to talk about it specifically for musicians and for bands. So let's talk about getting started with video marketing strategy for your music or art the right way. At its core, a video marketing strategy is about growing true fans. Now, if you haven't heard that phrase before, or if it does sound familiar, it was basically coined by one of the founding editors of Wired magazine. And back around 2008, he had this theory about 1,000 true fans. And so he basically suggested that if you're a musician or a band, all you really needed to do in order to just make a living year over year was to have 1,000 true fans. Those are people who will buy absolutely everything that you put out. Every t-shirt, every album, they'll come to every show that's in their town, and you only need 1,000 of them. You don't need to sell out giant venues of people buying your albums or your digital downloads or go on tour internationally in order to make money off of your music. And to be honest, most of you probably have a day job anyway. So all you really need is just a core base of true fans who are gonna buy everything that you have. A video strategy at its core is a plan to build a community of true fans. I've got 4 steps to create your own video strategy. All right, first one is you need to make sure that you are telling the story of your brand, that's your artist or your band, and your brand, across all of your content. You wanna make sure that everything's connected into your brand, right? So I've got an example of a luxury shoe brand, like handmade leather soles made by angels. If you go to their YouTube channel or their Instagram, they have super crappy quality photos, and they're giving you like tutorials on how to make your own laces, or they're just mixing some weird like do-it-yourself stuff with this luxury brand. Like the whole point of spending $1 bazillion on a super luxury nice pair of shoes is so that you're not doing it yourself. So the idea that a really nice brand like that would be giving you kind of like this garage rock DIY content or like crappily made content is super off-brand, right? You need to make sure that your brand is consistent across everything. And whatever that story is, make sure that every single thing that you put out is related to it in some way. Second thing, strategically determine what type of content you're going to be doing. There are so many different things that you can do with video and with content in general, and so many different types, and there's just a million articles out there and Pinterest pins, and just figure out 1 or 2 to start and just get really good at those 1 or 2 things, and then just keep doing them so that people understand what to expect from you. To tie that back to music, what you could be doing with those types of content, you could be talking about how you record or behind the scenes. My brother, for example, is a musician, and so he's always making music, but behind the scenes, he's got 2 kids. He also is a home brewer. Both of us are allergic to gluten, so in order to have beer, he had to start making his own. So that's something he could be going behind the scenes talking about: gluten-free beer, or eating gluten-free, or brewing beer. Like, it doesn't just have to be about the music. So, third, determine where that content is going to live. There's a myth that having video marketing means that it only lives on YouTube, and that's just not true. Every social platform, actually I'm like pretty sure every single social platform that exists right now has video capability. Do a little bit of research and find out where your ideal audience would be. Go to them. If they're all hanging out on Instagram, go to Instagram, start that up. Fourth and final thing, every single piece of content needs to drive your audience to the ultimate goal. So for music, that ultimate goal is buy tickets to this show, or come to my show, or buy my new album, or download this free single off my new EP. Let's be real. Your ultimate goal is you want your audience to spend money. That is how you're going to make money. They need to buy things from you. And so whatever that thing is that they're going to buy from you, make sure that there's a way to buy it on your content. Anyway, so those are the 4 things. To go over them real quick again. First thing, make sure that all of your content is telling your brand story consistently across all of it. Number 2, strategically select what type of content you're going to create. Number 3, determine where that content is going to live. Just a reminder, doesn't have to be YouTube. Go to where your audience is the key there. And then number 4, make sure that you're consistently driving your audience to your ultimate goal, giving you money. I'm Audrey with thegrowcode.com. The purpose of the Grow Code is to teach musicians and artists how to use content marketing for their art.